So the kind of lion's share of the bills, and there was a ton of them. I mean, there was a lot of work, and it was really a bipartisan effort. You know, we had a lot of Republican folks, a lot of Democratic folks really supported this measure. There were certain parts that weren't. So there was some, and we'll kind of just talk about those, some that weren't popular, but I think it was more of just an education component. So the first one is the big one, child care fund expansion. So right now, in your counties, the child care fund, which you all approve, and thank you so much for approving that. We really appreciate that, is a 50-50 reimbursement. So the county gives a 50% allotment or allocation or appropriation, however you guys choose to word it. And then the state, gives you 50% back. So the county pays the bills. We submit a bill to the state to get our money for that. It's 50% for out-of-home care if a kid goes to detention or goes to residential. It's 50% to cover your staff, your probation officers, your in-home services, drug testing, tethers, all that. So right now, it's 50-50. So we wanted to incentivize folks. Obviously we want to keep kids out of detention. We want to keep the kids in detention that should be in detention. We want to be able to provide those services. So we want, the carrot is that we fund these programs at 75%. So anything that we used to call it in-home care, we're going to call it community-based services now, is reimbursed at 75%. So the state will pay 75%, and the counties will have to pay 25%. So your staffing, your tethers, your drug testing, your counseling programs, your psychiatric programs, all those things that are right now at a 50-50, it's going to be to 75-25. And there'll be a couple of caveats of things that we need to do to get that 75%. It's not a heavy lift, and many counties are already doing these things already. The next thing is expands diversion and consent. So the diversion word scared a lot of people, especially law enforcement. They go, you're going to divert all these kids? These kids need to be in the system. Years and years and years ago, diversion was something that was allowable. Choking on my gum here. That's what I get for chewing gum while I'm up here talking.
That's on you, Mike.
Yeah, if it falls down, then that is what it is. So the idea behind diversion is that you take low risk, low needs kids and families, and you put them in the system early on. And the hope is that you do some early intervention so that you can, kind of solve that little problem or barrier that exists, and then you move on. That doesn't mean you're going to be diverting kids who are shooting people or stabbing people or assaulting people or chronic offenders. That's not the idea behind this. It's actually to expand the program to allow more kids and families in the system to provide that early intervention.